Mic check. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You heard it and hear it? Okay.
It's quiet for me, and then line is too loud. Like there's no, I can't find the.
Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. 1 2. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. Mic check.
Liberty Flames. My alma mater. That is true.
I wish I was taller. I wish I was taller for this thing.
Where you want it?
We want she on that side. Oh, right. So it's been after you. Yeah. No.
You are going to have to feel the love. All right.
We're not done.
Are we ready? Good morning. I am State Representative Jamie Green, and I am here talking about our resolution that we passed, where we are putting girls first and we are protecting our young girls in sports. We are going to have a few of the state representatives share their own personal testimony and their journey as athletes themselves or their children who are athletes as well. So first we're going to start off with Representative Alicia St. Germain.
Thank you, everyone. This House bipartisan resolution that we passed yesterday was not anti-anything. It was pro-female athlete, just common sense. It was our voice to urge the Michigan High School Athletic Association to protect our girls for generations to come. Why should any girl give up her dream, her sports dream, to make room for a male competitor? Regardless of gender identity, males have significant performance advantages over females. It's just that simple. Yet female athletes are still being treated less favorably than male athletes at every turn. We should not dismiss our girls' opportunities. Placings, finals, podiums, prizes, and even financial rewards, nor their right to fair, safe, sex-separated sports experiences. As a former athlete and the mother of a state high school championship swimmer, I have firsthand experience with the sacrifices and dedication required to succeed. I was that mom that drove my daughter to the pool at 5 a.m. every day and then again at 5 p.m. So countless hours in the pool she practiced every day, all summer, all year. She's 5 foot 2 inches tall. She still holds the 500 freestyle freshman swim record. She earned it. That was 10 years ago. The boys in that same event is 16 seconds faster than hers. It's unacceptable to compromise the hard-earned achievements of girl athletes, and as a legislator, along with my colleagues here today, I firmly believe that we are on the right side of history advocating for our girls' sports. As a mom who also sacrificed, I will not step aside and be okay with the Michigan High School Athletic Association allowing a boy to join the girls' swim team and potentially breaking my daughter's high school record. It's just wrong. It's common sense. This is the moment to stand up for what we believe in and fight for all of our daughters and our granddaughters. They have sports dreams, and that should be protected. I would challenge the Michigan High School Athletic Association to reconsider their stance, as I am confident that there are no girls' individual sports record that surpasses the boys' record. There's a reason when you go into a high school, some of the individual sports, tennis, cross country, swimming, you have girls' records and boys' records. There's a difference there. Let's protect our girls. Thank you.
All right.
Good morning, and thank you for being here to have us address this very important matter. I am a very tall female, and many people just assume that I played sports in high school. I didn't, but I have a daughter who did. I have a daughter who played basketball, volleyball. She was a cheerleader, and that was great for her to not have to worry about competing with men on her teams back then. That was 8 years ago. And it's crazy to think where we have come in just this short time. And additionally, I've got 3 sons. And as a mother, I would never allow my boys to play in girls' sports. It's a parent's job to protect their children. That's our right. That's our job, to keep them safe, to protect them from injury, harm, and it goes both ways for boys and girls. As Representative St. Germain said, there are boys' sports and girls' sports, and there's equal opportunity there for them to compete within each of those. So this is very important that the MHSAA does align with our federal guidelines come forth. And there's no reason for this. We must stand up, protect our kids, protect our girls and females that are playing in sports. So thank you very much for being here today and listening to us.
Good morning. I'm State Representative Jennifer Wirtz, and as you can see, I'm dressed a little bit differently today, and I'll explain that as I speak today. 21 years ago and 1 month ago, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. As a sister who only had brothers, I was shocked and never imagined that I would have a daughter. That daughter went through various stages in her life. I tried to get her to play basketball. That was my sport. She hated it and chose cheerleading. She was even offered a college scholarship to be on the cheer team. Things didn't go as planned, however, and 2 years ago she transferred to Liberty University. There she was recruited to join the women's wrestling team. Having never been a wrestler in her life, we were shocked to hear this news, but amazed at how quickly she advanced. A year ago, she finished in the top 5 of the National Collegiate Women's Wrestling Association finals, and she's an All-American wrestler. Today, she will be competing again at the NCAA finals, hoping to bring home that same title. I share this because it's ironic to me that at the national college level, we've recognized and expected that men don't belong in women's sports. Conversely, women wrestling has become the fastest growing sport in America, because women don't have a chance to compete fairly against men in wrestling. Men are simply by nature stronger, and that's okay. God made them that way. Even at the high school state wrestling finals and districts, MHSAA separates girls from competing against boys. They recognize the same thing, that if girls were competing against their same male counterparts, they could not win. It would be at a disadvantage to them. We stand here today simply asking that MHSAA adopt the same principles that they use in wrestling. The principle behind why Title IX was created in the first place, to give our daughters and our granddaughters a chance to compete fairly in sports, to compete in sports and athletics, and to not be afraid of a boy or a young man taking that opportunity away from them. God made male and females differently. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. I see it all the time. We accept that. We embrace that. We want our daughters and our girls and our granddaughters to have those same opportunities and to be protected and the chance to excel and win. Thank you.
So you've heard their stories, you've heard their testimonies, and we're here because of us as women wanted to compete fair and safely. And we want our children and our grandchildren to have the same opportunities that we had, that actually our grandmothers and our mothers had to fight for that. They did not have that same opportunity. And so I'm of the generation that had that opportunity, and it is my duty to preserve that for the future. So we're ready to take questions if we have any today. No, she's in committee.
I guess Rep. Wenzel, then. You voted for the expansion of ELCRA in 2023, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And now the MHSAA is saying that is in part what's preventing them from making this decision. When you voted for it, did you feel like it would have prevented what you guys are asking for?
No, absolutely not. When I voted for that, it was so people weren't discriminated against by who they love, had nothing to do with men playing in women's sports in any way. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, hi, everyone. Lily Gwynning from Gallimore. There was a 15-year-old trans boy who committed suicide in Royal Oak last month who was an athlete. And though his parents have not released any of the information as to the circumstances of the suicide, we know from federal studies that have been done, as well as independent studies that have been done, that legislation, resolutions like these, and rhetoric like this often has a link to teen suicides among trans children. Is there any concern among any of you that this is something that could
Well,
potentially happen?
so we want all children to be safe, to be able to have opportunities, and there is no reason we couldn't have a separate space for them to compete. But there is an undeniable difference that if you are genetically born a male, you have a competitive advantage over a female. And so I'm so sorry that that has happened, and I empathize for those parents. You know, and we're not we also have experiences with this as well. So here's Jamie Green's story. My best friend in college, he struggled with this as well. He also had mental health issues. He began the process of transitioning because a counselor encouraged him to, because he was comfortable in women's clothing. We were all fine with him being comfortable in women's clothing. We were all fine with him turning into Tara. No issue with that. However, because of the transition, so we're heading down a slippery slope. He should have had more screening. He ended up committing suicide as well. And so we have to be careful on how we handle children and adults that go through this as well, but we also have girls and boys who are competing as well. And so we do need to find a space for everybody that is equal, fair, and safe. And so it is important that, of course, those parents are supported, and of course, children are encouraged to and be supported. They have a space to be who they are, just like Rep. Wenzel said. People have a right now to love who they want to love, and we're not against that. We are trying to protect our daughters, though, from biological males who have a competitive advantage as well. And so wouldn't it be wonderful if the MHSAA could figure out a space for transitioning children, girls and boys, to all play in?
And on quick follow-up, so the MHSA's last public message to us at least was that they're committing to a legal review of their policy between ALCRA and between the federal executive order. So it doesn't sound like they're, shutting the door on what you guys are talking about. It sounds like maybe they're just not ready to commit to it yet. So as they go through that legal review, is there anything that you all hope that they consider?
Well, we're also hoping that the schools address this locally as well, and that is part of this, is to encourage those high schools to talk to MHSAA, to have open conversations. So if you read the resolution, we're not condemning anybody. We want to lift girls and women up, and we want these organizations to solve these issues and also to come in compliance with what the federal government has asked of us to do. Next question. All right. Well, thank you for being here today.
Nice jacket.
You're looking good there, Steve.
Thank you, Joe.
You did.